Welcome back to the Dark Cosmic Universe. My name is Avian Savage. Welcoming back all my cosmic followers out there. Saying hello to all my Dark Cosmic family out there too. If you are subscribed to the channel, you are part of this amazing family over here. Don't forget, if you can, please subscribe, watch the videos, like the videos, share the videos, and I know you guys are doing that, which is really, really cool. Check out the YouTube shorts, the short versions of these videos that I do put up on YouTube. Also, check out the links in the description. I have an eBay store where I sell vintage and retro t-shirts. This week we were a little on the hot side, which is really cool. Sold a few shirts. So what do? I recycle that money and I bring it back here to the Dark Cosmic Universe, which is what I do. Also, don't forget, activate that bell icon so you get notified when I upload a video like this. And I think it also works for the shorts as well. And don't forget, I've got a community page. I'm starting to use that so you guys can see some of the updates of some of the things that I've got going on. I'm not sure if I'm going to be like using that just to let you guys know what I picked up or just like upcoming videos, but I haven't decided yet, and I'm probably sure that's what I'm going to do. Don't forget, do this, which is also really cool. Yes, do that disembodied hand over here. Give a thumbs up, which is also cool. It's Halloweenish. Anyway, that's what we're talking about this week. From the time of the video, when I recorded it, it's October 11th, so we're getting very near to Halloween. And I thought, well, you know what? I know a lot of people do the 13 days of Halloween or figures, and I just happened to think and happen to remember that I had some of these figures in my collection. Let's talk about what we do have in the collection over here. Back in 1993, I believe the company was called Ace Novelties. They made a toy line that was called Tales from the Cryptkeeper. The Cryptkeeper is this character over here that's got the hood. Now, he's probably better known to be like a shirt and tie and also like a suit. And he had this cackling, and it was this show that was on TV, and they had these really weird stories that he would talk about. But again, if you've ever, seen stuff like that, you know who I'm talking about. Now, I think he was also made in a movie as well. Over here, we've got the zombie figure. Over here, this is the Frankenstein figure from that line. This is not the complete line. There are more to this line. And if you wanted to know what this looked like on card art, yes, here it is on card art. I found a picture online, so I thought that would be kind of cool. That's what we got to see. And they were at a store, if I remember correctly, of all places. It was called KB Toys. Yes, so when you actually look for action figures and you were looking for collectibles, you would go to a toy store. Unfortunately, I'm not sure. I mean, there are toy stores now. They're more like independent mom and pop stores, but we don't have like chains like they used to. So KB Toys was one of the toy stores I would go to back in 1993. Actually, before that, I would go to the mall. Yes, there was a place called the mall. I mean, most places do have malls, not many, but you could go there and they would actually go and buy stuff. You wouldn't have to go online or sit down in the comfort of your own home and you would order things. You'd actually go out and toy hunt. So that's what I do with some of my videos. If you checked out some of my previous YouTube shorts, sometime I'm out there, when I'm at the retail stores or I'm at the thrift stores and I find something really cool, I wind up, I wind up showing you guys some of the stuff that I do find. Now back here, this is from the Beetleborg show. This is called the Ghoul. Back over here, we've got a reaction figure, which is Universal Monsters. We'll talk about and do a little size comparison. Over here, we've got Monster Force. So from Fresh Monkey Fiction. Over here, Marauder Task Force. That's my custom figure, Baton Reed. Over here, this is Declan Von Helsing. Speaking of Van Helsings, you got to have a Van Helsing if you got that. Over here is the Super 7 Frankenstein, or the Frankenstein's monster. And then over here, that's Dracula. So let's talk about this series over here. I mean, it was really cool. You had this little cackling guy, and they always had these really weird, I get maybe weird, but more unusual tales of like horror, tales of suspense. And it was like, here was this little guy talking at the beginning. It was like almost like a marionette. And he would talk and he would cackle, and you're like going, oh my gosh, you watch it on TV. They probably have some more of those. Maybe they have some of the episodes on YouTube. I don't know. I haven't checked it out. But the cool thing is, when I got these figures, I'm not sure if I purchased these as is. They had a little file card. Yes, even monsters get file cards. So here it is, the zombie, talks a little bit about the zombie. So pause the video when you need to do this. And again, I'm not sure, these are called Biocards, and I'm not sure if I actually cut these out or if they came like this. But yes, here we go. And the next one we have over here, we got the Frankenstein. You know, when you go to the Walmart or you go to the Target, you can also hang out with the Frankenstein. So pause the video when you need to check this out, which is pretty cool. And then last but not least, the Cryptkeeper. And this talks about a little bit what the Cryptkeeper did and who he was. And I think this card got damaged, but the file card, but really, really cool. Now these figures, again, I don't have the complete series here. I only have 3. There was a vampire, there was a werewolf, and I believe there was a mummy figure. And there was also another Cryptkeeper figure where he had a shirt, or actually a suit and tie. He had like a bow tie, and it was just kind of, again, it was kind of, that was his creepy little thing. And who knows, you'd actually see this. All right, so let's take a look. Now, again, this is from Beetleborgs. This is not a Jawa. This is a ghoul. And I was just thinking, I'm like, wow, this kind of looks really cool. The whole hooded character over here. He's got this green hands, and he only has 2 points of articulation. He's more like a static figure. The arms do go up and down. But he was with my characters over here. But look at the detail that they did way back when. Again, this is like the 90s. Still, this holds up to today, which is today's standards, as a really cool figure. And I'm like, wow, this is pretty awesome. And that's why I wound up getting it. And you know, just kind of added to my monster collection. I'm a huge monster person. And here we go. So here is the Frankenstein with his, look at that. He's got the, oh, or is that Frankenstein or is that the Rock? He's got that one eye going up there. If you smell what the Frankenstein is cooking. No, he's not. He's got 5 points of articulation. So we've got some articulation in the legs. And again, he's like 30 years old. So I'm not going to really go, you know, back and forth. Looks like his feet were taped up. He was having a really bad day, so athletics tape. But this is really cool. I mean, even back then, look at the sculpting that you do on plastic. And then with, now they didn't have a lot of, you know, shading or articulation. And I don't know why his joint is like popped out like that. Or, I don't know. But again, he's got articulation in the head. So, you know, it goes a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. Arms go up. Creepy looking character. But looks really, really cool. And we'll look at the size comparisons of these characters. Over here, we've got the zombie character. Is I call him the zombie? I have to look in the file card just to make sure I'm calling him the right thing. And it says, yeah, it's a zombie. So a zombie looking character. Now the weird thing about this, most of these characters back in the 90s, we actually had controversy with them because, you know, they would be toys that, you know, were not appropriate for kids. And apparently this was one of them. And the reason why he was not appropriate, because he did this. That was his little gimmick over here. You could, because he's a zombie, he falls apart. Or like his arm. Check that out. That's pretty cool. So again, with these little hidden features over here for the zombie, I don't know if that adds to the articulation, because it's not really articulated, but it just kind of falls off. It's more of a gimmick or a feature. But a really cool character nonetheless. But, you know, take a look at his eyes. He's just like staring at you. He wants some food, or he wants to go to the Monster Mash and, you know, hang out with Bela Lugosi. But again, really cool figure, you know. And I thought that it would be kind of a cool thing to show off here. And here is the Cryptkeeper. And we're going to talk about, well, actually, I'll show you how big these figures are. But a cool character nonetheless with his robe and all the different sculpting that goes on here. He's got, let me think here. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 points of articulation, but he's got a little gimmick here that his hand goes, oh, both of them do. They go like this, back and forth. He looks to the left, looks to the right. So I don't know if that gives you extra articulation with the figure. I don't know. I'm just going to say maybe. So here's a little gimmick, little switch back here, which is really cool. He's got the rope. And again, I could have gotten the other one, but I thought maybe that would not be, I don't know. It's just like, I like the robe one. And they're almost about to knock over, because that's what they do here, because he's not standing up correctly. But again, some really cool figures. Like I said, back to 1993. Now, comparing these figures to a 3.75 figure, so you're like, you know, your Star Wars figure, he's kind of small. So the Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster, he towers completely over, and good old Frankenstein's just not going to make it there. But if you take one of these characters, so from Monster Force, the guys who go after the monsters, yeah, they're a little bit bigger. So Declan Von Helsing is going to definitely have a little bit of trouble going after these guys because they're a little bit bigger. But that's okay, because in my universe, like I remember as a kid, the monsters always had to be a little bit bigger than the heroes because it gave them a little bit more of an advantage, at least in my, I don't know, I guess that's what my mind was thinking about. So the big guy, you know, the bad guys are always taller. And this guy, again, he's almost 5 inches. The Cryptkeeper is almost 5 inches. The zombie over here, I wanted to call him the ghoul, but he's not. He's about, so he's about 4, and so he's a little over 4.5, so almost 4.75 inches. I had to think about that. But again, really cool figures in my humble opinion over here. And I thought I would like, you know, to show it off. I'd like to display, not show it off, like to display these figures here on the YouTubesphere, better known as YouTube, so you guys get that whole Halloween feel, and you kind of see where I did some collecting way back, you know, years ago. But again, these figures are still cool enough to be displayed today in a Halloween display all year round, or with any of your other figures. You can mix and match, which is kind of cool. And I thought that was kind of awesome. All right, so we're going to do the black light test. So we are going to be in black light mode, which means the lights go off. The lights go off. If I do this one more time, here we go. I've got my black light, and we are off here. Here we go. So now, if you notice the zombie figure, he is starting to glow. He has a glow-in-the-dark feature, which I totally forgot about, which is kind of cool, and I don't think it was on the card. But if you take a look at Frankenstein, if you look at the plastic, we've got some, if you look at his legs, the legs and the shirt looks like two different colors in the plastics here. His eyes are kind of like popping out. The ghoul figure from Beetleborgs is also popping out here. And of course, we got that happy jack-o'-lantern back there, which is really, really cool. Now, like I told you, when it comes to glow-in-the-dark features, a black light will definitely bring out the glow-in-the-dark feature a little bit better than just regular light. I don't know why, but we'll check it out and let's see if it's true. Oh yeah, he still glows in the dark. Starting to fade, but like I said, very, very cool. Lights back on, which is really cool. But that's it. That's the end of the video. I just wanted to show off some, or display some of the figures that I have in my collection. Since it's Halloween, and or Halloween's coming up, and you're looking for some stuff. Now, these figures, just to let you guys know, because they're like almost 30 years old, thereabouts, if I did the math correctly, they are a little on the pricey side. So I saw them carded. They were like 75 to almost like 150 bucks, loose 30 bucks, or 30 to 40 or even $50 for these figures. So for me to go back and do the deep dive to get the Dracula figure, the werewolf figure, the mummy figure, it might be a little bit of a kind of a, you know, me digging deep into the old pockets to do that. Speaking of the Tales from the Crypt, again, back in the 90s, there were some figures that had that same, or that, I'm sorry, the figures, but characters had the same feel, which are coming out in January of next year, so 2025. Check this out. Oh, this is wicked awesome. So if you're a fan of Goosebumps, oh my gosh, these figures look really cool. They're slappy. There's that Scarecrow character. Yeah, these are really cool. So you're probably looking at some stuff that, there's the Mummy also too. This is probably what will be next on my bucket list. They are in pre-order, but I was just like, oh my gosh, there's more figures coming out. And again, it's the whole nostalgia thing. People love the nostalgia. People always go, oh, I remember when I was a kid, or I was a teenager, or, you know, even an adult. You're like, okay, saw that movie. Again, it's all, you know, it's all about nostalgic, and that whole nostalgic feel with the figures. And you're like, oh, it makes me feel good, or I remember a really great time, or whatnot. Anyway, so I just wanted to display some of the characters here on the YouTubesphere on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. So appreciate it. Again, if you can, please subscribe, like the videos, share the videos, which I know you're doing. Talk about it at the office, talking about it at work. You know, send it to a friend of yours. Go, hey, check this guy. He does videos on toys. I don't collect toys. Maybe I do. Yes, I do. I go to the action figure aisle and I check it out. Don't forget, there's links in the description. I've got an eBay store where I sell vintage and retro t-shirts, and people have been responding. People have been coming to the channel, or actually to the link to the eBay store. They're checking out what I have. It's like over 700 items. And again, any of the stuff that I do sell, I bring back here into the Dark Cosmic universe. So then I can do more toy reviews like this. And hopefully you guys are happy by watching these videos. And again, please leave comments. I so appreciate that. And again, we keep that toy conversation going on, because toy talk is kind of cool. It's not TikTok, it's not water talk, it's toy talk. Anyway, my name is Avian Savage. This is the Dark Cosmic universe. To my Dark Cosmic family out there, you guys know who you are because you're subscribed and you're part of the Dark Cosmic family. My Cosmic Cosmonauts, my Cosmic Comrades, my insane toy collectors, my Dark Cosmic Pokemon collectors as well. What do I say, guys? From one side of the galaxy to the other, and somewhere in between, there is the Dark Cosmic universe. Stay cosmically insane, my friends. Keep collecting those action figures. Keep collecting those Pokemon cards. Keep collecting all those collectibles. Be happy. Come back here to the Dark Cosmic universe, and we'll see you soon. Thanks again, and another video coming up shortly. And don't forget, check out the community page, because there'll be some more information about all the upcoming stuff that's going to be happening here on the YouTubesphere.